Gil, what podcasts are you listening to these days?
Only mine. Only the No Chill
There's some other good ones out there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
There's competition in the space. But they don't do it quite like the No Chill podcast does it.
Not quite.
You know where the best place to get your podcast is?
Of course.
Where?
In the mountains of the Himalayas.
Play it from the Himalayas. Of course, you're right. I love the Himalaya app. The interface is cool. The tech is cool. You can get every podcast you like there. So for us, that was the best partner. They have a great selection of playlists. You can comment. What do you like about it?
I mean, easy to use. Best of all, it's free.
There you go.
Why wouldn't you want to download something that was free? So I don't know what you're waiting for.
We could talk about it all day. Just go out there and get this episode on the Himalaya app. It's free to download. Go to the App Store, enter Himalaya. Follow us when you get there.
Of course. Listen, they're only going to follow us. I don't know who else Himalaya has, but as long as No Chill is on it, baby, we number one.
Top of the list. On this episode of the No Chill podcast, we take some time to explain some comments Gilbert made about the WNBA a few years back. Yes, they of course got him in some hot water, but as we discussed, it does not deny the talent and skill level of the players, but for the league to cross over to mass appeal, it comes down to marketing. Continuing on the theme of appeal, Gil examines a player who he fully appreciates now in Kawhi Leonard, mainly in the superior skill set he possesses. And while we're at it, we get all the way into the skill versus athleticism argument and the MJ or Kobe question. Plenty to wrap your head around on this episode, so let's get right into it. As always, look for the No Chill podcast on the Himalaya app. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and don't forget to check out the No Chill channel on YouTube. All right, Gil, so the NBA season is winding down.
Mm-hmm.
But as they say, basketball never stops. You have free agency in the summer, summer league, FIBA this summer.
FIBA?
Yeah. Team USA. Sorry, we won't bring up Team USA, right?
That's
but
FIBA.
We also have
That's a sport in America?
It's actually a sport in the world. Shows you how big basketball is. But we also have the WNBA. That's in full swing right now, too. And you're a guy a few years ago that got some attention for a take that you had on the WNBA. We need to unpack that a little bit.
Okay. So are you interviewing me?
No, this is a conversation.
Oh, okay.
But you brought this to my attention, and I feel like the person that you were a couple years ago maybe has more information at their hands, has had his opinion changed a little bit. We're going to find out.
No.
No? Okay.
No,
First thing we found out, opinion hasn't changed.
No. Okay. I wasn't trying to say they need to wear bathing suits to play. Like, I wasn't really trying to say that. I just seen a video, and the idea came to my attention.
Which was?
That they need to look more appealing for the opposite sex. And, reading comments and, talking to, former players, something about women ballers, they're just as tough as guys. So in their minds, I don't want to look sexy for it. I want to go out there and play basketball. Well, yeah, that's same thing with us as, male athletes. We don't want to look sexy while we're playing. We just want to play. I got a rude awakening when I was in Washington and said, hey, we want to market you a little bit better. We need to market you towards, the female audience, the female and the gay audience. So we need to have a makeover. And then they went through a whole little makeover and, how to pull my jersey out, don't wipe, my face from the top part of the jersey because it looks all dirty up here. Pull your shirt out, show your abs, wipe it.
Really?
Yeah, swear to God. Tuck it into your boxers, not your shorts, so the women and they can see, in your buttocks because you have a nice little buttocks for a male athlete. You know, so
I'm really look at your features.
I'm really like sitting there like,
what are we talking about here?
Jokes like, and they're like, yeah, you know, your shorts are way too long. You know, pull them up a little bit, let people see your legs. Like this is what I'm actually going like. In a time where baggy was the thing, they're telling me to tighten it up, let everyone see your physique more. Like, you know, play more to the women crowd.
What was your reaction to that?
I did it. You know, they had to convince me, like marketing wise, and sure enough, my brand like blew up. It skyrocketed, especially to the female fans.
So talking about the WNBA, you were thinking along those lines, where it's got to be appealing not just to basketball fans or let's say kids, but
yeah, that's what I said. It's
beyond basketball.
You know, it's beyond it. Like, you know, the question was, why don't we make money like the same amount of money just like the males? Because your fan base, your fans base does not spend money like males do. You know, there's no woman, you know, fan coming to the arena that's going to chug down 3 or 4 or 5 beers. You know, then go in there and buy their kids pointless items of jerseys. And I already bought one jersey, it got dirty. I need to buy the white one. Then I'm going to buy this and then the hand. That's the males that do that. The dummies, us. 4 or 5 hot dogs. Like, no woman in the stands is scarfing down 2 hot dogs. So if the money is not being driven inside that arena and tickets, how are you going to get paid? So if you're not bringing the male to the arena, how are you going to get the male $1? You know, and I understand I don't want to be sexy. I don't want to look sexy. I want to play. I'm a basketball player. Well, there's a business too. Like, so if you want to be paid more, you have to sell your brand, period. Like, even if you don't like men, that doesn't stop men from liking you. Like, and that's just, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It doesn't have nothing to do with your sexuality. Like, I'm not gay, but I still got to appeal. Mm-hmm. You know, if that's what the fan base says, I got to appeal to them anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, to keep the dollar going. Like, that's how I get my contract. So when I was speaking, it's like, well, how do we even know you? Like, you know, there's like, well, you need to look at our talent. You know, judge us off our talent. Well, at the end of the day, like, what is bringing me to arena? Like, why am I going there in the first place?
I mean, you should go because you like basketball.
But yeah, as a basketball fan, but that's what I'm saying. As a basketball player, yes, I watch, you know, women's basketball. But you're talking about men, mm-hmm. and yes, we're sexist, obviously. Yeah, I mean, if you want to know how sexist a man is, just do a survey and say, all right, do you watch volleyball? No. All right, who has the best butts in volleyball during FIBA time? Brazil. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we know what we want to watch. We know when to watch it. Like, you know, Team Brazil will be the most watched, mm-hmm. you know, volleyball team in sports. Like Serena Williams. Like, that's what turns us to tennis. You know, so when you know.
I mean, Serena also is the best tennis player.
But you have to get us to look at it first. Like, you know, Tarazi, Diana, I known about her early in high school because we went to Jordan camp together. So I already knew, you know, what she did, who she was, how she played, you know, so I always followed her. But for the average male fan, I mean, they was like, well, why do we want to watch? She can't dunk. Well, Steph Curry can't dunk, but they shoot about the same. Actually, 75% of the women's league shoots like Steph Curry. They're all shooters, but you would never know. You know, it's like, you know, the whole league is ran like Golden State, fast. They're European style, you know, but you would never know because no one wants to go to the game. So, you know, when I was making the comments, it's more of a business comment than.
Let's say your comments were extreme.
Uh-huh.
So what you meant was it has to get to a point where it's going to appeal to a broader audience.
Everyone. Like,
Because like you think of, remember LeBron, I'm not sure if it was his first, it was one of his early Nike commercials, and he had all the different characters of LeBron, right? If you remember that commercial, he's in a pool, shirtless, running in the water.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying.
Even though we don't like McDonald's. Have you ever seen an overweight fat person doing a commercial for McDonald's? No. But that's most of the people who's gonna eat McDonald's, not some sexy model, but they're gonna make sure that when they're advertising their food, the sexy model is being the person that's advertising the food, even though she doesn't eat the food. So when you think about sports, why is Brady so popular? Oh, he's handsome to the women.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great
Odell
that's a great
Beckham,
example, right?
You had they.
Well, I'll tell you that. I mean, not even athletes are naturally in shape, so they naturally are attractive just because.
But just
they're
because
not
they have the
necessarily
bodies.
obese, except for my guy Ruiz that beat Anthony Joshua, Mexican Rocky.
Yeah,
that was a great upset. But I'm saying it. What people see is that eyeball test. I don't even know if Tom Brady's good. But I know like that guy.
Then you just see him you see him on a man. Oh yeah, he looks like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
So you get the fan base. That's how.
Or it works the other way. Yeah. That dude is goofy looking, but damn.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's how he has the woman fan base. So for female athletes, the male is your not your attraction, but that's attracted to you. So Skylar Diggs. You got Sue Bird, Lisa Leslie, Candace Park. Those. Okay. Oh, She's a sexy basketball player. That's automatically. So we're gonna follow her automatically. Now we go to the game and now you got this skillful guard coming down, shaking the hell out of people. Like, oh shit, she's nice. And like you start getting that, but
it like makes them more appealing to you.
Yes,
more attractive.
But right now, as we speak, whoever runs the league, they're so outdated. I mean, they're outdated. They're sitting in probably the early 2000s. No offense, but from the style of the look, early 2000. I don't know if they're not looking at the NBA.
When you say style of the look, what do you mean?
Okay, early 2000s for the NBA was what? Baggy pants, baggy. That's their look. Their shorts are their shorts is bigger than the NBA shorts. Their jerseys are bigger than the NBA jerseys. Like the NBA realized, wait a minute, we need to clean it up. Come on, tighten them short. Now you got Daisy Dukes. Now you got players even tucking their shorts even smaller because now they're realizing.
You roll them up at the waist.
I the women love long legs, athletic legs. Like my game sells to the male. My appearance sells to the women. And that's what the NBA. That's why the jerseys started tightening up. That's why the jerseys look a little bit fit. Like with the WNBA, everything is still baggy. So it's like everything is baggy. The style of play is 80s. Like you play in brute. Like you got to remember, they're not athletic. So if you're not athletic,
they are athletic in a different way. They're not going to Vince Carter dunk.
What
I'm
saying is they're not.
I know what you're saying.
They're not our athletic,
and they're aware of that.
So if you're not that athletic, there should be more freedom. You should Steve Nash. They should be. The guards should be looking like Steve Nash. The freedom to move. As they the skills should be you should highlight their skill. So the fact that they foul harder, foul more aggressive, like they play harder, it just actually makes the game look non-appealing for a fan. Like you got to remember, it's more of a business mind. Like if there's no hand checking in women's basketball, if there's no aggressive fouling, what ends up happening? More shots. More threes, more highlights, more skill, more movement. Now you're looking at a game full of Steve Nash's, Chris Paul's, Kyrie Irving's. Like that's something somebody want to see because you got to remember they do have shakes because they work out with men. They work out with the same trainer, so they have all the bop. But as long as I can shove and push you and elbow you and pull you, like ever seen women's soccer? Clips and that's what I'm saying. It's like they're more.
That's what I was gonna say. You said they play harder. Is that true? It's hard to quantify, but
they foul harder. Yeah, they play harder. They play harder. They foul more aggressive. It's more of a. That's what it says. It's more of a brutal sport than it is basketball. Like the NBA started realizing. Listen, Look, I understand, like, there's no defense and and we want some defensive stops and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But when someone hears, oh my God, she scored 50. Who scored 50? Taurasi scored 50. What? I want to go to the next game. She scored 50. Mm-hmm. Like, she scored 40 in 10 minutes. I want to go to that game. I don't care. They just scored 130. I want to go to that game. Like 16, 17, man, that's expected. Like, give the illusion. Like James Harden scoring 36 a game. Like think about the viewership of what he was doing that was on Houston. The way Greek the Freak was playing this year made everyone actually think Bucks had a chance. It was the same team from last year. They just added 2 new pieces that was not stars. So it really didn't upgrade their actual talent.
But I think look, they've been around, WNBA has been around since 1996. Mm-hmm. It's 23 seasons now. And they've had stars. You just named a few. Lisa Leslie, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. Candace Parker is probably their most noteworthy player now. Mm-hmm. You build a league around stars, especially basketball.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like the separation between the star and the average player is really not that. It's 20 to 19. Because you got to remember, they're all playing on the same playing field. So somebody like Candace Parker, you got to remember, some of these women are skilled. I got to remember, for them to be they have to be skilled. Like when we talk about skill and talent, that means you're Kyrie, you're Steph. You have to be.
You're talking about handle.
You have to be more. Ability. Yeah, you have to be more skillful than someone like Westbrook, who has raw, natural talent, like
raw athleticism.
Like Greek the Freak saying, you know what, mm-hmm. I need to be more skillful. Mm-hmm. I need to learn how to dribble, move, and post up. Like skill. Like you got to remember, WNBA, they're skilled players. So let them use their skills. Mm-hmm. Like so. There's no holding. There's no hand checking. We're going to allow more movement. There's no throwing elbow. We're taking all that brutal basketball out of it. We're allowing more freedom for the more skilled players to evolve. Now, what ends up happening now, once the rules change, someone's going to average 30 a game. Now, if you heard someone averaging 30 a game, you're going to go to that game.
I think the other thing they do right is they recognize some markets, women's basketball is great. I'm not sure if it's better than men, like in LA, you have the Sparks and the Lakers. I don't know that you compare them. It's kind of apples and oranges, right?
It's apples
Connecticut,
and oranges.
for sure, right? You have UConn women's basketball. It's a great place to have a team. They're right in a casino. They're between New York and Boston.
Now think about it. If we all know UConn's basketball, Tennessee's basketball. I mean, those two teams are more popular than most of all the WNBA. Because you have a campus full of kids.
And they've been around. They've been at it for
But you
decades.
have a campus full of kids.
Mm-hmm. But then where do they go after college? WNBA.
Yeah, but kids watch sports. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're not – that's what I'm saying. The professional level is not translating well.
Well, okay, so I grew up in Connecticut, right? So UConn basketball, men's basketball was always good. So was women's. And the funny thing was you'd go to those men's games and it was more of a mixed crowd, right? So you had college kids, you had, 9 to 5 businessmen, you had whatever, just basketball fans. The women's games were more families, and older people. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, they gravitated towards basketball like that. It was just, I guess, because it was just more available.
But if you're a basketball fan, you're a basketball fan, and
right.
But that's what I'm saying. But
different demographic.
But that's what I'm saying. But the dollar comes from the man who has nothing to do with his time but go to a game and drink beer and. That's what I'm saying. I remember when I was in.
I don't know if he has nothing to do with his time.
If you can drink 4 beers before you go home, you have nothing to do with it.
It's a night out.
Like, all right. when I was in Arizona, you know how you look through the paper? Let me check, see who scored. I got to be 16 tonight. Always kept seeing 40, 38, 32, 38, 40. Like, who the fuck is this? Like, female high school girl, 38, 37, 40. And then you look at points per game. You have the men's side, the highest is 27. Then you have women's basketball, girls averaging 35 points a game. I went to her games. She was like a little Iverson, just getting buckets. Never went to a boys' high school game. Went to damn near all her high school games because she was out there putting on a show. Like, if she's averaging 35, why am I gonna go see someone average 27? Like, get out of here.
And you see how they do it. This is the thing about it. I've been to a few WNBA games too. You said it. They're not dunking on people. So how can you go for 30 off spins, off,
skill,
up and
threes?
unders?
Like, that's what I'm saying. If we would have said, all right, 10 years ago, fast forward both leagues, you would have thought the WNBA would look like what the NBA is right now. More threes and layups. Just 20, 30 something threes a game. Like that's the way, because that's what, they're all shooters. So you would have thought that they were just firing European style. The NBA adapted it faster. That's what I'm saying. Is like, and for marketing, personally, I don't know if agents are behind this or the league, and I don't know who you guys consultants are. Fire them. If I had, and I was an agent, I'm 100%. Whoever I was representing will have millions from endorsements because they're tapped. There's the market of untapped money in female products by females. It's so ridiculous.
What are you talking about? Because they do have, you'll see Nike, you'll see Gatorade.
Men products.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Women do drink Gatorade too and wear Nike. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Amazing. But when you see a Kardashian with a lip gloss line and they're making billions off of women products and something doesn't register in your brain that says, oh my God, we have women on the court, guys. Blush, lipstick. Oh my God, Victoria's Secret. Oh my God. So many skincares. We can fucking push the shit out of this. We can have so many. We have women, guys.
But not to mention what you're saying is that these women don't just have to be figures of beauty, and that's what all they are. Kardashians is what I'm talking about more. Yeah. These women, they have skills, they have talent, they have abilities.
But what I'm saying is for brands, like
right. No, I get it.
If I can get,
I'm connecting the dots here on your idea.
What I'm saying, if I can get a Sean John deal, why aren't the females getting Victoria's Secret deals? Mm-hmm. Do they not wear it? Like that's $1 million brand. Like you show that one time pulling up your shirt to wipe your sweat. That boom, that's money right there being paid. Lip gloss, like Tina Thompson wore lipstick her whole career. No Asian thought, wait a minute, I can make you $10 million off this lip gloss blind or this lip. You wear it anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go to this company and say, boom, this is the only woman in sports that wears lipstick. She can push the shit out of your line and show, listen, ladies, it doesn't smear. Come on, you don't think these products, like what? Half of these products now are for what? Active women. Mm-hmm. Oh, it doesn't smear on you. Active women. You can be an active woman and still look beautiful. What is a female athlete? An active woman. But they're not grasping to any of these brands, tampon brands. Like, come on. Like, to you, it might look sick, but these are $1 million endorsement deals. There's your money. Your money is just sitting there, going to pointless females on Instagram shaking ass.
Mm. No, that's exactly what I knew you were getting at.
Tell me, TE? No,
right.
You guys, no. No, nobody wants female tummy tea. Nobody, nobody. Like as I said, you have braids, weaves. I mean, that's what I said. These companies make billions. You don't think they will spend millions for a celebrity, like a celebrity who's on TV, an athlete who can play in my braids or my weave and then not come out? I will pay you millions to promote that. But that's what I said. I'm looking at the sport as a business, from the business standpoint.
You're saying they should ask for more.
You have to do more to ask for more. That's what I'm saying. You have to be willing.
I'm saying the athletes should be ready to ask for more. You're saying the agents.
No, I'm just saying
they can expect more. The athletes can expect more.
Expect more, but you have to be willing to adjust. You can't think about like it's not women's pride. It's I'm a brand. Okay, even though I like this, I'm still a brand, and I have to sell my brand. I have to sell. This league is a brand. It has to sell. You want revenue. You want you want to evolve. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I was, you look on Instagram and you look at, WNBA uniforms, and it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like combat. It's like you go into combat, you got knee sleeves on top of elbow sleeves on top of long sleeves. Like I remember we had a rule that you had to show skin. It couldn't go, like only Dame Leonard gets away with it sometimes. From tights all the way to socks.
But like Anthony Davis wears basically a T-shirt.
Yeah, but like from tights
but now
all the way to
functional performance.
Yeah, because over the time players started when T-Mac came with the sleeve and Iverson came. Oh, my elbow is it's for my elbow. That's where all that started.
But if you think about it, like Patrick Ewing was short shorts and
that's what I'm saying. It's like Lisa Leslie, shorts was short. If they were long, she tucked them. Mm-hmm. Even her jersey, she put
other deals.
Yeah, she put tape on side. She put tape. Mm-hmm. She taped it to make it fit, tighter. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, what happened? What happened? Like what I'm saying is not wrong because I seen it. I watched USA basketball. Like I watch USA basketball with Lobos and all of them. I watched it, mm-hmm. So I know what they were wearing. Like that versus today, I'll take that 100 times over. Like NBA went from short shorts to really baggy back to short.
And I think for them, really it's any player. You think that I'm just going to play my game and be myself, things will come to me. Mm-hmm. The reality is it's not like that.
Really?
You got to sell yourself.
That's what I said. I wouldn't have known this unless I went through that crash course. Uh-huh. And that's what it was. I went through a crash course from a female and a gay male who told me how to look more sexy on the court.
And also to market yourself.
To market myself.
Because you can't. There's a huge opportunity.
You got to
for
remember,
yourself.
like a singer, like Tank, right? Older guy, the only active guy from his era that's still relevant. I get mad at him because my abs don't look like his. Because his shirts always. I don't even think he wears shirts on the road.
That's part of his.
But that's
brand and style.
But that's what I'm saying. He's married with kids, mm-hmm. Like. These women know,
but he wants to. But Kanye doesn't take his shirt off
because Kanye don't have that body to take his shirt off.
But that's not his. That's not what he's marketing himself.
Let's think of it like this: Gucci Man, right? Uh-huh. Lean drinker, drug dealer, yeah. Guy from the South, goes to jail, come back fit. Mm-hmm. His whole style, mm-hmm. from what he was to now, is a totally different person. Now he's considered a sex symbol. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see him smiling every
smiling, shirts off, abs, like he's a fit model now for doing better. His brand is bigger than it was when his music was mm-hmm. better. That's what I'm saying. It's like you got to remember there's a All the men is like, Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Yeah, baby. All the women are like, oh, man, fucking guy's disgusting. No, no thank you. You know what I mean? No thank you. I'll stick with Drake and Chris Brown and, you know, Trey Songz. That's who I'm going to stick with. You know, no thank you with the fat, you know. But now you look at him, it's like, oh, shit, Gucci's looking kind of handsome. You know, you got female. That's what I said. It's like, when it comes to male stuff, female pushes the envelope. You know, now you have, like, if you're in a female sport, you have the best of both worlds because you have the men are attracted. Like, how many men go to Wimbledon now for Serena?
More than half?
Yeah.
I don't know the number.
But to be honest, who is the top male?
Tennis player?
Yeah. See, you have to think about it.
Federer or Nadal?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge tennis guy,
but that's what I'm saying.
sure
But that's what I'm saying. You know Serena Williams more than you know.
Of course.
And that's sad.
Yeah, but she's one of the most dominant athletes, male or female, ever.
Because she makes it look sexy when she's doing it.
Well, I would even say this, back to your original point, she knows how to market herself. She has all those blue chip deals with Nike, with
and she
Beats, with whoever. So the point is, and we get this, to know how to market yourself. That's really where it starts, and that's where your comment started from.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It started because it's like, oh.
They were off the top rope a little bit.
But that's what I am.
I know.
You know, but that's what I said. When I first seen it, it was like, this is interesting. I look past the video. Like, I understand. Like, because you got to remember, from the video, it's the male comments that, like, oh, yeah, this would be great. I'll get season tickets. I'll get season tickets. I'll get season tickets. So now you got all these males, like, talking about I'll get season tickets. So the ideal of, oh, that's what it is. It's the overlayer of, I got a jersey on. I got the Anthony Davis slashed, Dwayne Wade with the knee pads, elbow pads, rib pads, like, on a women's basketball player, and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't really want to. Like, it's just
it doesn't catch the eye as much.
It should be a whole makeover as a unit. In that, soon as they can buy into it, the money will fucking triple, quadruple. The outside money is so ridiculous. It's like, why isn't this being tapped? Like, that's what I said when I seen Tina Thompson. I remember Tina Thompson. It was like, oh, the lipstick. Oh, she wearing lipstick. And it's just like, and when you think about, like, man, she didn't make 10 million, 20 million off of that. And then when you think about just all sports, like, like, women, they spend $10 billion a year on products. Y'all not going to those companies? Fuck the Doritos and Sprites. That's let the male athletes have that.
We'll take.
No, I mean when as a female athlete, Sprite. Sprites and all that is good, but that is not your lane. You have a whole new lane that ain't been tapped.
But by the way, if we've mentioned McDonald's and Sprite and Doritos, if they ever want to sponsor the No Time podcast,
yeah, of course.
But it's actually a great time. We'll take a minute here. And talk about who we actually do have as a part of the No Chill podcast. First up is Green Chef. Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company that makes eating well easy and affordable with plans fit for every kind of lifestyle. How does Green Chef work? Green Chef lets you choose from a wide array of easy-to-follow lifestyles with select organic ingredients. Recipes are quick and easy with step-by-step instructions, chef tips, and photos to guide you along. Everything is hand-picked and delivered right to your door. Ingredients come pre-measured, perfectly portioned, and mostly prepped. Now, I've experienced the Green Chef because I cook a bit. I don't know if you cook in the kitchen.
No.
Nah. But even you, Gilbert Arenas, could become a top-notch cook with Green Chef. You could.
I can't even cook breakfast food. I mean,
But here's what there's something for everyone. Yeah, I think I got your attention. There's something for everyone. With Green Chef, it's easy to eat well and discover new recipes every week that you'll love to cook, even you. You can switch up your meal plan whenever you're ready to try a new way to eat. With Green Chef, It's a wide variety of high-quality, clean ingredients. You can feel great about what you're eating and how it got to your table. Green Chef's expert chefs design flavorful recipes for your lifestyle that go way beyond ordinary substitutions. Through a diverse array of meal plans with plenty of options to choose from each week, you can actually enjoy sticking to your goals. Enjoy clean ingredients that you can trust, seasonally sourced for peak freshness. Green Chef makes cooking easy with dinner options that work around your lifestyle, not the other way around. Let Green Chef do the meal planning, grocery shopping, most of the prep for you week after week. Recipes include pre-made measured sauces, dressings, and spices so you can get more flavor and less time. They've got meal plans across the board from paleo, plant-powered, vegan and vegetarian, pescatarian, keto, gluten-free, and omnivore. And for fans of the No Chill podcast, we got something for you. So all you got to do is go to greenchef.us/no-chill for a total of $75 off. That's $25 off each of your first 3 boxes. All you got to do, go to greenchef.us/no-chill.
Oh, shit.
And get cooking.
Get cooking. You know what? I might have to go ahead and
I think you need a new
give
hobby.
me an account.
I think you need a new hobby.
I need to give me an
We'll
account
get you an
because
account.
I can't cook. I eat out every day.
I know. That's not healthy. Tastes good, though.
Yeah.
Get healthy. Get on the train.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to go ahead and hook me up.
Speaking of hooking you up, we got something else. We got to talk about sex.
Like actual sex?
Like, what do you mean? Not like the details, but no, we got to talk about sex because we got a lot of males that listen to this show. So we got to ask, you remember the good old days when you were always ready to go? It was just always at high noon.
I'm still there. I'm still young down there.
That's good news. That's good news. Well, now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, because we got to talk about BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so you know they work. You can take them anytime, day or night, on a full stomach, and since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. Now, okay, we said that you don't need to worry about it, but it'll help wherever you're at.
Listen, I love the name already, Blow Chew. Let me go ahead and give him one of them Blow Chews.
Well, you know, it isn't just for guys who can't perform. It's for any guy who wants extra function to enhance their performance in the bedroom. Most guys talk a good game, but if you're a one and done...
Me? So I talk a good game, baby.
Oh, I thought you jumped in on the one and done part.
Yeah, no, I'm a one and done.
Okay.
That's why I said I need the Blue Chew.
Okay, so, well, it can help you for follow-through onto round 2. Blue Chew is prescribed online and shipped straight to your door in a discreet package, so no in-person doctor's visits, no waiting in the pharmacy, and best of all, no more awkwardness. They're made in the USA, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com to get your first shipment free. You're writing this down, as you should be. And use your special promo code. For us, it's No Chill. Pay just $5 for the shipping. Again, that's BLUE Chew.com, promo code No Chill. Try it for free. Blue Chew is better, cheaper, and the faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the No Chill podcast.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. The name itself is nice. That's a good one.
You just remember it. Okay.
Yo, that's slang, yo, man. Let me a couple of them Blue Chews, baby.
I'm good to go.
Hook me up, yeah, baby. Yeah, round 2, I got the Blue Chew in me.
Back to work.
Now, I'm really gonna get like a box of those. Woo!
Well,
my girl gonna think I like her again.
We'll come back for an update.
All right.
So back to the WNBA product. All right. So what we're saying is your comments originally were about the marketing and the opportunities for the athletes out there. But then as far as what you've seen in the style of play, it's interesting.
And that's what I said. It's just, I just think they play a little too hard, too aggressive for, athletes that are not.
But it's top-notch effort every game.
Yeah, but they're not athletic. So it's not like, that you're gonna get dunks. It's a below the rim game. So with a below the rim game, you need to change the rules a little bit for that. You need faster pace. You need, like I'm talking about. I remember, like 2000, 2001. Who was the group? The Ducks, Oregon Ducks. I mean, they got a shot attempt every 3 seconds. They didn't waste more than 3 seconds on the shot clock.
When you're talking about Luke Rittenauer and
Freddie Jones.
Right? Another white guy. Yeah.
Luke Jackson.
Luke Jackson. There you go.
Yeah. But they was putting the ball up so fast. That should be the style. It should be like in 40 minutes. You got to remember, it's 40 minutes. They score but they average between 85 and 87 points a game. Minus 8 points, you're looking at about 100. Yeah, that's 20 points a quarter. So, 15 more points. Minus 2 minutes, you're at about 100. You're about 101 points. That's now if you're talking about a 40-point game and they're scoring 110, 115, your pace is way faster than the NBA's.
You know who I was thinking it compares to, if you look at over NBA history, just so people are familiar with it? Run TMC. Those three guys, those weren't super athletes, right? Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, not dunking on people. Mitch Richmond, not really even a leaper, right? But Nelly's thing was push the ball, push the tempo, score on them, because the defense can't get set, and then they're going to be gassed trying to keep up with you, so they're not going to be able to produce on the offense.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why the new style of basketball, playing in and out threes, I thought that was where the WNBA was going.
Because the thing is, if you go to a NBA game, I'll even say this: I've been to hundreds of them. You're not going to see a lot of dunks. I remember seeing Orlando Shaq. You might see like a player like that would dunk more, but I saw Giannis a couple times this year, and it was just like, he might get a poster in a game. He might have one, or just like he's on a breakaway, and he just kind of just easy drop it in. So it's like athleticism in NBA is cool. That's part of it, but that's not really what I'm going to watch.
But it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not what you think it is. More of his speed, getting to spots. Fancy layups.
It's about scoring.
That's what I said. It's scoring. Like, I don't want to see. Like, and if you really think that it's not about scoring, how many of you guys would tune in to a Boston versus San Antonio game? None. Even when San Antonio was in the championship, it's like, oh, my God, this is about to be some boring shit. It's going to be perfect basketball, like, which we consider boring. We want to see, like, up and down, running, shooting. Like, we want to see someone chucking it for 25 foot, 35 foot. Like, that's what we want to see. And that's what I'm saying. That's the way that style needs to be played. And soon as they tweak the stuff I'm talking about, I guarantee you they will be making millions. Because the fan base, that's what I'm saying. If there's a woman out there scoring 30 a game, averaging 20 a game, she scored 50, 45, a triple-double. Like, you got to remember, there's more Draymond skills where you're talking about they're players that rebound, pass, and score, where there would be a lot more triple-doubles than there are in the NBA. Because you have more shooters.
Well, I'm thinking, really, who is probably, I don't watch a ton of WNBA, but who's who. The nicest player they probably ever have and currently playing too, Diana Taurasi. She's got everything in her bag, really like Kobe level of skill. She's got the in and out. She's got the post game. She's a turnaround, all that stuff. Not as vertical, obviously, but
but
hyper skilled. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's probably on that level.
Like
Kobe will probably tell you that.
Hyper skill. I mean, that's what you got Candace Parker, but like even with Taurasi,
But you go watch her game. Or you watch her play, it's entertaining.
The best.
She got it all.
This is the best. Her best scoring year was 25 points a game.
But probably average, 32 minutes?
Yeah.
They play 40 minutes a game.
They play 40 minutes a game. 25. I mean, that's all right. That's good.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's that's what I said. I mean, their pace is actually faster, and it can be faster. Mm-hmm. That faster is what will bring. Like, you know, if someone's out there, oh, she scored 40, 30 points like that. But that's the guy. Remember, that's what everyone came to the NBA. That's why the NBA shot up. The money shot up. Everything shot up. Oh, Steph Curry made more threes since 9. Oh, he has a record for this. You know, Golden State was breaking so many records in that 1 year. No one can keep up.
But who was the team that really broke that? I think it was way before that. Showtime Lakers. You had never seen a team like. Hear me out. I don't know why you had to react like that, but they were the first team that really put it in transition.
Yeah. Well, also funny.
So that raised your scoring. That increased your pace.
In a league where everyone was supposed to have been brutes, the Lakers sped the game up. You know,
I don't know why you rolled your eyes at that. You didn't let me.
Because you're going back to 1980.
But I know you don't love that. Well, I know your opinion on the '80s basketball. And I just think the Lakers were truly original.
Yes, they were today's basketball team. Like there's this thing about '80s basketball. Oh yeah, we play defense. You guys didn't play defense. They didn't play defense. Like they didn't play defense.
They beat the shit out of each other.
That's all they did. You know, you had a bunch of unskilled players beating on the skilled. That's all it was. And there's a reason that they changed the rules, because no one came to see you sit in the lane being 5'4" both ways, fouling on everyone, clotheslining everyone. No one wants to see that. Like, they didn't come here to see that. They want to see skilled formation. I don't want to be able to go to the fitness center and grab this brute guy who just looked like he's just finished lifting 350 and I can put him in this league and he can actually play well. No, that's not what a professional. Professional means you have an ability over everyone else. And that's why the game started changing. So when you look back at the 80s and you're like, these guys don't know how to play deep. They were getting beat left and right. They're just clotheslining you. No layup rule. That's not defense. Like, defense means what Klay Thompson plays, that's defense. What Kobe played was defense. What Kawhi Leonard plays is defense.
Lockdown, beat you to a spot.
I'm locking you down within the rules. I'm not pulling you. I'm not pulling your pants down. I'm not hitting you in the balls. I'm not doing all that goofy shit that has nothing to do with the sport to frustrate you. If you have to frustrate me, that means I intimidate you. Kawhi Leonard's not out there frustrating anybody. He's not out there playing mind games and pulling down the play. Klay Thompson goes out there and he locks you up. That's what he does. He just goes there. I'm playing D. Those guys didn't do that. Like, if Curry played him, I would have. Like I seen Dennis Rodman. I would have shut LeBron James down right after Pippen would have shot. What? You guys you're 6'7", 210. What were you going to do again? What were you going to do? At 6'7", 210, what were you gonna do, Dennis Rodman? He's coming full speed. He's a train coming full speed. What were you gonna do? Really? Nothing. All right. There's a reason LeBron's dunks ain't been blocked like that in history, because he's not 6'8" like you think he is. He's a big boy. When he comes to the lane, he is the biggest thing moving through there.
Pippen and LeBron would be a hell of a matchup. The thing about Rodman,
6'7", 210. I'm gonna say it again. What were you gonna do?
Speed and length. Pippen and Kawhi, I think, are the same comp physically for a defender.
I mean, I give respect to Kawhi.
Oh, we know.
No. I done jumped on the
you're
train.
You're at the engineering.
Oh, I'm jacking him off, baby. I'm jacking him off now because I went to his stats. I mean, his combine attributes.
You blew chew on him.
I went to his combine attributes. And if you took his name off his combine, jumping ability, agility, and all of that, He is fucking Scalabrini. No, I'm serious. He had a 32-inch, that is Dunleavy. He had a 32-inch vertical. I mean, he was like slow, like, so to see him out there doing the things he does with no raw athleticism. Like, if I could have made $1 billion off of that. Who you think is more athletic, Dunleavy or Kawhi Leonard? Oh my God. Oh, I would have made millions going with Dunleavy. And then showed everyone stats that you wouldn't believe it. Like the things he does, spots, getting the spots is just like, wow. I mean, this is it's more amazing because you're talking about a guy who is basically he's the bottom end of athleticism for an NBA player, and he is top 3, top 4 in the NBA, and that's amazing.
I mean, I would even say that's how he comes from California, LA area, whatever you want to call it, and he ended up at San Diego State. You know, you'd think if you're playing around this pool, you're going to go to a major school because he didn't have that. You're like, oh, this guy can't really jump.
He's 6'7". He can't jump. Like, he can't lift.
Not that he can't jump, but he's not like over people.
No, his vertical, his feet off the ground it's his arm length.
Yeah.
Hands big. Like, that's what I said. The stuff he does actually makes him look athletic, like picking the ball up off the dribble, off the bounce. And, you know, the things he does, and it just amazes me now more.
And also it's IQ.
That's what I said. The more when I looked at it, I was just like, there must be another Kawhi. And I'm looking at 2000, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, oh my God, he's my hero now. He is literally
a long way.
He is literally
in like 2 weeks.
The tortoise that actually beat the rabbit. Even though we know fucking that wouldn't happen in real life. But he is the tortoise that beat the rabbit. You have no athletic attribute, and you're the most athletic defender in this generation.
I would say though, like physically gifted. Give him that.
He's physically gifted.
Height.
Yeah, that's wingspan, hand. You know, he probably has the second, like for guards. Guards in history, he probably has the biggest hands ever. You know, and with long fingers, long arms, it actually makes up.
I would say this about hands too. Hand strength.
Hand strength, yeah.
That matters. You know, like a guy I was watching. I don't know if you've seen it. You definitely should watch it. The Ron Artest documentary. And Kobe said if he got just a hand on the ball, it was gone.
Who, Ron did?
Ron did. He said he just had that left hand. He said it was just
a strong. He's just a strong brute type of guy.
Yeah, but if you look at the guys like him that they know how to use their hands. And Kawhi's in that mode too.
Yeah. That's what I said. He's everywhere, and it's just amazing. You know.
Okay.
Just
Kawhi train.
It just shocked the shit out of me, to be honest. I was not expecting 32 inches.
Yeah, I think that is shocking. Caught me by surprise. Yeah. Mike Dunleavy level of that.
Yeah.
Was Mike Dunleavy an overachiever?
He was okay. You got to remember, you have two type of talents. Okay, so back when Dunleavy, I grew up with Dunleavy. We played on the same team, AAU. You remember, white America was skilled. They were skilled.
I'm from white America. What do you mean?
Black America, we were athletic. We were raw talent. We were athletic.
Okay, I'll tell you what they tell guys like me. Your fundamentals.
Yeah, your fundamentals. So that's what we call skilled. You're fundamentally sound versus athleticism, right? So what ends up happening is the white America player became a little bit more athletic, right? They became more athletic, less skillful. Well, what ends up happening when you think about it, like if the white player doesn't have the 32 inches anymore, and he has the 38-inch vertical, well, he's not going to be as technical like he's supposed to have been to get shots off, to get by people, but he doesn't have the 42, 30, he doesn't have the raw athleticism that puts him over, a black player. So what ends up happening is your 38-inch white American player became the Kobe Bryants. He's a 38-inch vertical, 6'6", white boy, skillful, fundamentally sound, that knew how to use and maximize his 38 inches. Now you have a super athlete now with the skill and fundamentals of the old white player, Tim Duncan, right? So you got these guys coming in, and now the white athlete actually is technically useless. And yeah, because you got to remember, where's his skill is being stolen. It's being stolen, and now you don't know where to use them. Like, what's the last white hope? Became a European player.
I was gonna say.
So now
European guys are pretty damn white.
So what ended up happening is the European player, fundamentally sound, skillful, non-athletic, came into the NBA, where you get the Dirks, the Pages, and
like Luka.
Yeah, you got. So that's.
But he's also. So how Mike is 6'7"?
Mike was 6'9".
Was he? Yeah, because like Luka's 6'7".
Yeah. So, but
I mean, it helps to be 6'7".
But that became your white American player, because the white American, our white American player became too athletic to stick to the fundamentals that got him to the next level. See, you remember, once you get athletic, you start. It's like a black and white quarterback. If there's 10 steps to say, all right, this is what a Hall of Fame quarterback is. Take these 10 steps, you're going to be here. All right, hike, move back 2 steps. After, the black quarterback's athleticism kicks in, he's like, wait, I don't need 3, 4, and 5. I don't need to take 3 steps back, 1 step forward to throw 60 yards. I can throw 60 yards just hiking the ball. So hike, throw it, hike it, throw it. And the footwork of what he needed, he doesn't do. So later on, when he starts winding down and his athleticism kicking in, he doesn't have the fundamentals to back up his arm anymore. And that's what ends up happening. And that's where, when I used to argue, about people about Michael Jordan and Kobe, I was like, I'm going to always argue with you. I do this with was it ball up?
Ball don't stop.
Ball don't stop. I do this with ball don't stop. As long as you keep using skill, I'm going to keep arguing with you. Like, you need to make a better argue with me for me to stop. Like, you got to remember, I am a Kobe fan. I grew up on Kobe. I had my hair like Kobe.
My You're on that train too.
And I wasn't a Jordan. I wasn't a Michael Jordan. My dad was a Michael Jordan fan. I was a Penny Hardaway fan back then. And then from Penny was Kobe. So it's like your argument is wrong. And so when I make arguments, it's unbiased. I just look at the facts, put them together, and I make my pick. Even if it's my best player, I'm gonna. And so if you keep saying skilled, I'm like, he's more skilled because he has to be. If you have less natural ability, natural, athleticism, you have to be more skillful to do the same thing as this person does. Like, if you take Vince Carter and you say, all right, one dribble from the 3-point line. See, one dribble from the free throw line, Vince Carter's taking off. Well, Kobe can't take off. So Kobe has to give you 2 dribbles, maybe an up and under, and then going for that. So he's learning 2 more moves, why Vince Carter's still stuck on the first one, because his athleticism allows him to do it.
I think Kobe is in that category, just like you said with Kawhi, is that his athleticism was solid, NBA athleticism, but it's not off the charts.
It's not off the charts.
Right.
It's that's why when I say his athleticism, I say he's average, 6'6" guard. If you go through history, 6'6" guard, and it was so funny. If you go 6'6" guard, and you took all their names off and put their attributes on there, you wouldn't find Kobe. He'd be somewhere at the bottom because of his measurement. Like, we're not talking about how he uses it. Got to remember, he uses it maximize. Like, he uses 38 inches better than most people use their 42s, 44s. Like, you would think you think he uses his athleticism as great as Vince did. You know, because, Kobe's dunking on everyone.
Yeah,
He's
he
up
had
in the
posters.
Yeah, he posted it.
Dwight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he used it because he knew how to jump.
Knew how to, yes.
He just knew how to jump, and that's what made him great. So it's like, if you can't convince me on why he's the GOAT, I'm going to keep putting Jordan in. Mm-hmm. Like, I know why he would be the GOAT if I had to argue for him.
But the thing about Jordan, though, he was supremely athletic, but he was also supremely skilled. So you can't you can't discount the skill level either.
If I'm an analyst and you say, argue for Kobe, and I'm gonna say it's easy. If Jordan is the Bugatti of athletes, to this day he still has the highest vertical, and compared to 6'6", Kobe is what's an average car in America? Honda? Okay, he's in Honda. Well, there's no way this Honda should be able to race against this Bugatti. So the fact that Kobe did more with less. That means every shot had to be harder because he didn't have he couldn't just jump over everybody. His shots was more difficult. He had to perfect the left hand. He had to perfect all these little things to compete with this Bugatti. This Bugatti's supposed to win this race. He's supposed to. He has every attribute to be the best that ever played as a guard or player. This guy doesn't even supposed to be in this category. So the reason Kobe will be number one is just like 300. Mm-hmm. Leonidas. Mm-hmm. You don't supposed to win this fight. You're not supposed to get close to the Greek god is supposed to kill you guys. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you made him bleed is the reason we remember you. Mm-hmm. You fought and stood knowing you were going to die. That's why Kobe's number one, because he has us talking about who's number one between the two when there shouldn't have been a talk. Mm-hmm. So the fact that out of all the athletes that ever came in this league, the one who is average is the one who got close to the Greek god, makes him the Greek god. And that's what be my reason
so you just put Kobe ahead of Jordan?
No, if I'm going to put him, I'm putting him in front. Like, you're talking about a guy, he wasn't as great as the Greek god. Let's just be honest. Like, Jordan played 15 years. 1 year he broke his foot. 1 year he retired, came back 2 years with the Wizards when he was old as shit. Mm-hmm.
Retired before that. Yeah.
That's 11 years, right, of real basketball. Out of those 11 years, he led the league in scoring 10 of them. The 1 year he didn't lead the league, he was a rookie. And he was third with 28 a game. So you're telling me that's how dominant he was.
Went to the finals 6 times, never lost.
But the guy who was not supposed to be even looked at as a great has us talking about who's better, him or Jordan, which tells me that his impact with nothing got here. I'll rather go with that. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to remember, Jordan, you're supposed to be you're supposed to be the best dude. You're supposed to be the best because you had all the attributes.
But I would say even for Jordan though, 3rd overall pick, like he had that chip on his shoulder at all because people did question him because at the time that he came into the league, it was a big man's league.
Yeah, but when you talk,
so it was like okay, I have to be 7 feet. No, I'm gonna tear this league apart as a 6'6" guard.
A 6'6" guard with a 40-something inch vertical, the highest in NBA history. Fast twitch muscles like Westbrook. I mean, you have Kobe with Westbrook's takeoff with Zach LaVine's up in the air.
He also so he becomes the league scoring champion, and then it's also a scoring champion can't win championship.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He did that too.
But he has the Bugatti already.
Yeah.
The Bugatti's going to win.
But you said that 300 mentality. But he had that too.
But the Bugatti's going to win. You have the engine to win, period. You have all the tools already. You just got to maximize your tools.
But for him to get the big, I think the Bugatti thing gets him to.
It puts you in the.
Yeah. But when he got to the finals to get to that championship level, he realized that he needs.
We'll try this. Before the season started, Jordan was Golden State Warriors. Okay? Kobe is the New York Knicks. There's no fucking way they should win 20 games, period. Not win 20 games. Well, Kobe is now in the finals with the New York Knicks team against Golden State. Got to remember, Golden State was already there. Mm-hmm. There was no way the Knicks was even going to win 20 games, let alone be in the championship. That's what Kobe did. Like that, and that's why I say I'm not choosing Kobe over Jordan because he was better. I would choose Kobe over Jordan because he did it the American way, in the sense where he had little and he rose to. He is Batman.
He worked his way. Yeah, really.
He's not.
Jordan's Superman.
Yeah. You got Batman. He has no actual attributes. Yep. he has no superpower.
But he built all.
He has to build and work and think,
belt.
And he has to be smart enough than every. And that's one's just fucking from God. He comes out of the like and that's why and that's what Kobe was. Like I say he's the American hero in a sense where he had to work for everything that he got.
There it is.
Yeah.
I like them both.
I mean, I like them both.
Jordan over.
You know what's so funny? If I had to put $1 million or my life, let's say my life depended, if my life depended on a one-on-one match, I had to put my life on it. 100% I'm going with Jordan, but I don't know if I can push the button on it. Like, I'm picking Jordan, but I don't know if I will actually I'll say, all right, let the game start. Because I know how determined Kobe is.
You don't think Jordan was that determined? If not more?
No. You got to remember, you have one that's dominant determined, one that's I'm fucking determined. Like, I will have to lose both my eyes, both my legs,
Kobe,
both my feet before I get off this fucking court. And I don't know if I can put my life against a guy who has nothing to lose.
I think Jordan has that desperation too.
No, there's no desperation.
Young, hungry Jordan.
There's no desperation on being the great. You're the best.
You're thinking of him after the
No, I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about him the whole time. He's the best.
Game?
He's the best athlete. Period.
Think of him going against the Pistons.
Yes.
It was kind of like a suicide mission because that was a Jordan rules.
No, but
era.
he's still
before they changed rules. He's like, fuck it, I'll go at all their bigs. They're gonna throw me.
Come on, it's
Rodman's gonna clothesline me, throw me to the ground. I'm still going.
Dude, it's like Thanos going against the Avengers. He has to fight, but he knows he's gonna whoop their asses.
I'm talking 88, 89.
I'm still Thanos without the fucking. I don't have these. I don't have my suit, but I'm still fucking stronger than everybody here.
But I still think Jordan had that.
But I'm still stronger than everyone here.
What you're talking about, though.
The only reason the Pistons are stopping me is because they're just hurting me. There's nobody I'm the most athletic thing on this court. Like, the guards can't stand in front of me. These guys can't block me. They're just clotheslining me. They're just hurting me. It's not like the Pistons was stopping Jordan.
They weren't better.
They wasn't better. They were just hurting him.
Right. But
that's what I'm saying.
Physicality.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. The series of the Pistons, when they talk about, we were strong. Like, no, shut up. What you were doing was not basketball. I don't care what your generation says. When you're clotheslining someone, you're pushing them out of the air, you're tripping them, you're wrestling them. That is not fucking basketball. Okay, so I don't give you the respect of being this tough-nosed defensive team because you didn't play defense. Defense is within the rules. You wasn't going up there trying to block Jordan from dunking on. No, you were clotheslining him, hoping that, oh my God, I hope he doesn't come back in here.
Trying to break his spirit.
No, that's all you're doing. You're prison rules. That's not.
And that's the thing, was the rules changed because of Jordan for Kobe. No, and that was the thing too.
No, it was
every move that Kobe had, Jordan created that. That's where he got it from.
But that's
so it's kind of like, how do you beat that master?
But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of Jordan's fadeaway with a 46-inch vertical.
So if that one-on-one game, he's got to win.
And the mimic is on a 38-inch vertical. That means Jordan's looks better, faster, higher. And this guy's copying it at a lower level, but he's in a category with you. But the thing with the Jordan versus everyone else is when you're at the top, you don't think about the back. And the reason you don't think about the back is like, if Jordan doesn't retire the first time, no one gets close to his. He has these. If he plays the year he retired, he came back for 17 games, and then he doesn't retire after the 36, and he just plays all the way till he's 40. He's the top. He's the top of all-time scoring, and no one was going to catch that.
More championships. I'm not sure he would have had 8 in a row. I think there was something,
No.
No.
There was no Houston. You got to remember, Houston, them 2 years, they were a 6 seed in the West. Not 6 seed.
6 overall.
6 overall. They had the 6th best record. Mm-hmm. I mean, that team wasn't that dominant. No one was stopping the Bulls then, because you got to remember, you still had the core. All you just add in is a couple of substitute players at that time. So the chances of them, it's like Golden State right now. Unless 3 of your 5 stars get injured, yeah, that's what stops your chance. But 1 or 2, you still keep rolling. And that's what the Bulls were. So they would have had 8 in a row. But what I'm saying is the guy would have averaged 30 and 30.
30 for 2 more years.
2 more years.
And then if he even, I think they were at the end of their run when they played Utah too.
But that's what I'm saying.
That decline was happening. He was 35 at that point. Mm-hmm. So the drop-off was going to happen like we're seeing kind of with LeBron now.
But your drop-off is still...
drop-off is still,
29, 30.
29, 28, yeah.
It's...
But he didn't care about that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He doesn't care because he was here.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's so high up, he doesn't look down. He doesn't look at record. He doesn't look at, maybe some other player might come in and jeopardize my scoring record at some point 20, 30 years from now. No one thinks about that.
No, he just wanted to beat the opponent.
Yeah, right now I see the opponent in front of you. I don't see the opponent behind you.
And it's funny because it can always, that is the tough thing for a guy. When does that end? Because there's always that next young guy that's going to challenge you. Kobe saw that too.
No one thinks about the LeBron James coming in or the Kevin Durant on your heels.
Yeah, but what you do is, this is my career. This is what I accomplished. This is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you just let it all out, and
I think that's how you look at guys. I don't think you have to compare. Hey, how does Jordan play against? It's like we appreciate the Bugatti. We appreciate.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't compare them because they're 2 different players. Like even with LeBron, Jordan and Kobe had a killer mentality. They were up close and personal type of fighters. They had
super
that skill.
Intense.
They had this super skill where they were one-on-one players. Okay, there's a difference between one-on-one players and basketball players. Like Greek the Freak, you wasn't a one-on-one player. You had no chance to win in a championship because when it got to the last 2 minutes of the game, your skill and what you were talented at did not play a role here. Mm-hmm. LeBron does not have that. He doesn't have the one-on-one. So you can't say, he don't even hit game winners like that. That's not his, wait a minute, that's not his skill. Judge him for his skill. And me and my dad talked about it. I said, the funny part about the LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan comparisons of who's the greatest all time is this. LeBron was the Magic Johnson, a pass first guy. Kobe and Michael were shoot first. How is the pass first guy going to lead the NBA in scoring at some point? So the guy who sits on the throne was a pass first. Why? The other 2 were shoot first guys. Now that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
But so I think that's exactly what it is. Magic and LeBron are in their own category. Like there's the Jordan, Kobe, Magic, LeBron. But the thing about LeBron is he's just a damn gifted basketball
I know, but that's what makes it funny because it's like, well, he don't score like Jordan, and it's just sitting there like he's not a killer, but he's killed more people.
Right, because he wasn't. What LeBron does that Magic didn't do was you wouldn't see him run the floor, finish those alley oops, stuff that him and D
Magic
Wade
didn't
did.
have a fucking 44-inch vertical.
No, I know.
Yeah, but it just makes me.
Think of all the breakaway dunks, all the stuff all the posters that LeBron has done.
But as I said,
that tells you how
it just makes me giggle inside when everyone uses, well, he doesn't. He's not a scorer. He's not a natural scorer. And these two guys' whole life was scoring, and the guy who scoring came to him second will have more points than you guys, and eventually be the king of scoring. Classic. That's hilarious. Coming from a guy who only scored.
Shit, that's hard to do.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You're coming from a guy who only scored to see that the guy at top, who's going to be at top, wasn't a scorer. Yeah, that's kind of.
That's all you need to know.
It's kind of funny. It kind of makes me sad. I want the ball hog to be up top. I want the ball hog
to get something.
I want the ball hog to be up there. So when people say it ain't even good to be a ball hog, yeah, look, he's at the top, sitting on the throne. Now a playmaker sits on the throne. He's gonna sit on the throne.
I was gonna say that's what it tells you. Be a playmaker.
Fuck.
All right. So we broke down some myths today.
What was that?
We need an explanation. Well, you're WNBA comment.
No, I know we broke down that I'm smarter than what I see on Instagram. And
there's more thought to it.
There's more thought to what I write. I just write it so you can just talk about it. That's all it is. I just put it out there so in your face that it creates conversation. But if you actually asked me and made me talk about it, then you would see there was a whole underlying thing about it.
You just rub the sticks together and you start the fire. You don't want to burn down the village. Nah, just start the fire.
I mean, if you guys need consultants, you guys need any of that, like in sports, like I know in basketball there's consultants, and I asked the one question, what experience does that guy have to consult on your team? Like, does he does he know how much sleep or what to eat at night or what time to go into the gym? How to find a dead spot in the wood that gets picked up and put down and there's ice under the arena. Does he tell you how to stay warm when there is ice in the arena? Does he actually know any of that? Like, how to, stop from having shin splints because of cold ice, because of the hockey, and because they put the slabs together, there's always going to be dead spots and you don't want to run into that dead spot when the game is on the line. No, that consultant can't tell you how to do any of that. Just, I watch a bunch of tape and I say, hey, yeah, you need to tuck your shooting arm in and put your elbow in and like what? Hey, y'all.
So what are you saying? You want to be?
I'm just saying, y'all,
services out there.
Y'all teams spend a lot of money for nothing. Go get people who are actually knowledgeable about what they do. I'll do it for a little fee. I'll
name your price.
No, I'll make sure your players actually learn how to get better because when you think about it, NBA, you guys designed the league for free agents not to come to your city. So
no joke. I mean, it's competition business.
No,
so everyone should be looking for an advantage and a competitive advantage to build
within
stars.
No, you have to build within your draft. The players you have in your team are the most important players,
right? Because
free agents can't come there because of the money difference. So you should invest more in building skilled in your organization. And that's just
it'll cost you.
Yeah, it'll cost you, but you'll have some monsters on your team because they'll be learning the ins and the outs of how to get better during the season, because that's when you get better during the season, because everyone does the same thing, has the same trainer in the summer. You don't get better in the summer. You get better in the summer, but getting better during the season is where you gain the advantage over your opponents. It'll cost you. Might cost you a little, might cost you a lot, but it will cost you.
But it's worth it. All right.
I mean, if you're sitting there second guessing, just remember, I got picked 31 in the NBA draft. I should have been overseas, and I was averaging 29 in the NBA 4 years later. Gotcha.
That's the formula. If you want to win,
Learn how to work.